What's going on, everybody? Mr. J Gilbert here, and welcome to another video here on the channel. And in this video, I'm going to go over my most anticipated games of 2025. Now, I have it broken down into three categories. I have the for sure games that I'm going to play as soon as they release. I have the well, maybe we'll see how it goes kind of game. And then I have just give me more information games. Let's jump right into the list. For the first game on my for sure list, we're going to go with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a second installment in the reimagined and recreation of the gaming staple. Cloud, Aerith, Tifa, and the crew are back for part 2 in this epic journey, and I've been a huge fan of the series, and being able to play Rebirth with such fantastic graphics, additional content, and a deeper story really has me excited. It's finally getting ported to PC. It came out last year on PlayStation 5. So the fact that I'm going to be able to play it now on PC is... I can't wait for it. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth releases January 23rd to PC.
Not on my ship.
There will be consequences.
The second game on my list is Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2. Henry is back in the sequel to the 2018 powerhouse from Warhorse Studios. He's on his quest for revenge. In this one, you're going to venture across Europe in the Middle Ages. Kingdom Come has this real sense of, I guess, realism to it when you're kind of traversing around the map, from the combat, just the interactions with everybody in the game. You just kind of feel really immersed into the storyline, into the area, and you kind of have that sense of role-playing experience that not a lot of games have these days. A lot of games have to have this big, elaborate skill tree, and you have to have loadouts, you have to have magic, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 doesn't have any of that, right? So I'm really excited for it. This clunky gameplay from the first game has really been kind of ironed out. At least it's kind of what they've said. They've made it a little bit more user-friendly, so I'll be excited for the changes on that. And I'm just excited to be able to ride around Bohemia again. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 does release February 7th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S, and PC.
I urge you all to be vigilant. You know who I am!
My third one, and probably the biggest anticipated game for me, my number one most anticipated game for sure, Monster Hunter Wilds. I've played this franchise for over 20 years, sunk hundreds, if not thousands of hours into the franchise, and in this sixth entry, they're going to be showing us the Forbidden Lands in what promises to be the most immersive story ever, and I cannot wait. For the first time ever, you will actually have the zones, the various zones within Monster Hunter. There'll be fully seamless transition in between them, so I'm gonna be excited to check that out. When they had the beta a few months ago, it was just the one zone. So they've released now a different zone, an oil zone, kind of like an underground cave type zone. And I want to see the different zones and how they can transition in between them. It's going to be very interesting because it's going to be huge, right? It's going to be released with crossplay day one. That is huge. Monster Hunter World did not have that, and it later came with crossplay. But Monster Hunter Wilds will be released with crossplay on day one. That's going to be exciting. So you're going to be able to team up with anybody from any console and PC. In my opinion, I'm going to say it right now. You guys can clip me. In my opinion, I think this is a serious contender for Game of the Year 2025. That's right. I said it. And I truly believe that. Monster Hunter Wilds is released February 28th on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC.
Why? This wasn't supposed to happen.
The fourth entry into my must play for 2025 is Judas. BioShock's Ken Levine has finally made his passion product in Judas. You're going to play as the mysterious and troubled Judas, trying to fix your problems and possibly kind of, fix your mistakes and possibly kind of make some alliances along the way. Personally, I did love the BioShock games. I played through all of them. I thought they were great. I thought the art design was fantastic, and I can't wait to see the direction that Judas goes in. Right? I'm a big fan of the BioShock series, so I think I'm gonna like Judas. I really do think I'm going to enjoy it. I can't wait for it. I'm going to play it. This game will be a first-person shooter developed by Ghost Story Games, and Judas has promised, the developers have promised, that it will be substantially more responsive to player decisions than like the BioShock games were. It's very interesting to see what happens with that and how that translates to the game. Definitely worth checking out, in my opinion. But Judas does release in March on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S, X, and PC.
They're right.
For my fifth and final, for sure, to check out in 2025, I have Gears of War E-Day. Such a return to form from one of the most storied franchises, Gears of War. It's the next installment in this franchise, set 14 years before the original Gears of War storyline. You have Marcus Phoenix and Dom Santiago. They're going to face off against the Locust Horde. And I'll be honest, it's going to be fantastic. Be able to wield that chainsaw rifle again and seeing all the guts and gore. I kind of had my fix with Space Marine 2 in 2024, but getting back into the original, getting back into Gears of War like the old days, it's going to be really nice. I believe that. Creative director Matt Searcy said that E-Day is the moment that it all comes together. This is when the storyline that we know was shaped, was formed from this game. So it's going to be really nice to kind of see the progression and kind of the creation of the Gears of War franchise. And I'll be interested if they're going to see if they're going to kind of add in any like little Easter eggs from the next games. Like, oh, wait a second. This is where this is going to happen in this game, right? It's going to be interesting to see that. But maybe this summer it'll give me a reason to go marathon all the original Gears of War games before E-Day comes out. Gears of War E-Day does release in October on Xbox Series S, Series X, and PC. Now, I have two entries here that kind of fall under the maybe we'll see category. I'm still interested in them, but I probably just won't play on release. I'm going to wait till I see some gameplay, or I'm going to wait till I see some reviews, watch some videos on it before I really kind of dive into it. But I am keeping my eye on them. First game I got for you is Dune Awakening. This is an open world survival MMO set many, many years before the Paul Atreides and the movie storylines that you see nowadays. But it definitely does have a lot of potential. I like the PvE and PvP mixture that it has, right? The PvE storyline, the base building, the kind of aspect of looting and building your base and your flying ship and all that stuff, but then the PvP zone of the open sands, going out to collect your spice. The really cool thing about this is that open sands where you're getting your spice is kind of cross-server open sands, so everybody will have access to the sand. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. You know what I'm saying? Where you're going to have all the servers be able to access these open sands, and it's PvP. So I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. There's probably going to be a lot of bugs, a lot of crashes, a lot of rubber banding, but I am very interested in this game. So I'll be sure to check it out. I definitely got my eye on it. Dune Awakening does release on PC sometime in early 2025.
No, Kwisatz Haderach. All of my visions lead to horror. Except for this one.
The second maybe title that I have for you is Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. I absolutely love the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Marvel Universe in general. Really, really big fan of the original Marvel Avengers game. Very unfortunate that I didn't spend a lot of time with the end game because the game was a lot of fun. I really liked Marvel's Avengers, but unfortunately, they just didn't spend a lot of time in in-game. It was so repetitive. There wasn't a variety to anything. It was just very generic, doing just the same levels over and over again with the same 3 enemies, and they just didn't give us a lot of variety that kind of kept us drawn in, right? I enjoyed the Marvel Avengers, but they just did not nail the end game with that, and ended up losing production on that. That is one of the main reasons why Marvel's 1943 is kind of holding me back, is I'm just skeptical. And maybe for no reason, because it's a different style of game. You got Captain America, you got Black Panther. It's set in obviously 1943, 1940s, 1943, and World War II time. It kind of gives that progression of where Hydra came from, how they got their start, how they got so powerful. So it seems more of like an RPG style to me, so it's not going to be the same as Marvel Avengers. But I just, you kind of had that salty taste. You're like, oh, but this game, that was similar, but not really. But I'm going to hold it against this game, And I don't know. Skydance Studios, fingers crossed, they make a good game. I definitely will have my eye on Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. But I'm probably gonna wait till some reviews come out and watch some gameplay footage of it before I ultimately make my decision. Rise of Hydra does release sometime in 2025.
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
Finally, we are at the give me more information, please portion of my video here. And I have 2 titles for you that I am 110% going to pre-order, call in sick, send the wife and kids to the grandparents' house, and lock myself in the basement when they release. Except we have no information on them. They could get a 2025 release, probably Q4, winter time, if at all, if we're lucky, but who knows, right? But once these 2 games come out, I am absolutely going to be playing them day 1, pre-ordered, the whole shebang. We just don't know anything about them yet. So give me more information, please. First one I got for you is Fable. The morality system in the original Fable was dynamic, it was engaging, and in my opinion, one of the best parts of gaming. Right along with even the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic morality system. Where the more things you do, you can go light or dark side. Fantastic. So I really hope they bring that back. I'm sure they will. That was iconic to the Fable series. It's set in the fairy tale land of Albion, and your choices will change Albion forever. That's what they're saying. What does that even mean? Oh, my fingers crossed that the player choice that we have, the decisions that we ultimately make, will literally influence and change the game. I hope it's not just pre-rendered outcomes that, I just do this and it was automatically going to happen anyway. I really hope that kind of like a Baldur's Gate 3, I really hope some of the things that we do, decisions that we make, how we choose to play the game, can ultimately change the game and the course of the game down the road. I'm hoping that's the case. We'll see. We don't know much about it yet. We haven't got information in probably over a year, so who knows where we're at with it, but I'm absolutely excited for it. Fable was slated to come out in 2025, but we haven't heard anything yet, so we'll see. But it will come out for Xbox Series X and PC as of now.
Terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
And now my last entry, this video, the game that we need more information on. I'm going to go out on a limb here. The game I'm going to talk to you about is an unknown, indie game. It's from a small publisher. I mean, you've probably never heard of them, but I'm just excited for it. I may be one of the only ones that'll probably play it on release. But that is Grand Theft Auto 6 from Rockstar. Let's be honest. It's probably going to get delayed till 2026. But, you know, here's to hoping, right? This game's going to be absolutely massive. When it releases, it will probably set all kinds of records. Like, let's just get that out there right now, right? Once it releases, it's probably going to set all kinds of records. I was seeing this video, or I was reading online kind of about this game, and some developers are actually trying to find out more information on GTA 6 and its release date before they release their own release dates for their games. Imagine having a video game that is so massive, so culturally gifted and changing, whatever you want to say about it, that other game developers and publishers are catering to when they're going to release their games around yours. Imagine.
We can't do this on our own.
But
He's been out of the game for a while.
even though it'll probably get delayed to 2026, I'm actually okay with that, right? I'm okay with the delays, the lack of communication, with the, you know, staying quiet about it, as long as they're making a game-changing, groundbreaking, like, experience for us. Take all the time you need for when this game to come out. It is amazing. It's immersive, it's deep, lots of mechanics to it, a lot of freedom to it. It's a GTA game. We need freedom to literally do whatever we want. And how GTA 5 Online has done, how they've made its own living, breathing world. How can GTA 6 not have elements? I'm excited for it. The videos I've seen from it have been amazing. The footage, right? It looks great, looks entertaining, looks huge. Can't wait for it. I'm pretty sure Rockstar's at least going to make a couple dollars, you know, in revenue from this game. So we'll see. I don't know. You know what I mean? But thank you for tuning in to my 2025 list of games I am excited for. What are you most excited for in 2025? What do you think of the games that I have on my list? And what games did I leave out that I should have mentioned for
Both of you in the
2025?
ground. Whatever happens, you won't make it.
Do you know why you're here? Bad luck, I guess.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things and the stuff. I appreciate you being here, and we will see you in the next one. Talk to you later.